Good day everyone, myself Tripti Mishra. Today we are going to discuss class 8th science chapter number 3 synthetic fibers and plastics. This is part 2 video in which I will discuss about plastics. Plastics. You must be familiar with many plastic articles used every day. For example, brushes, bags, suitcase, toys, chairs, buckets are so many examples of the plastic articles. Plastic is also a polymer like the synthetic fiber. All plastics do not have the same type of arrangement of units. In some, it is linear, whereas in others, it is cross-linked. Plastic articles are available in all possible shapes and sizes as you can see in your day-to-day life. Have you ever wondered how this is possible? The fact is that plastic is easily moldable, can be shaped in any form. Plastic can be recycled, reused, colored, melted, rolled into sheets or made into wires. That is why it finds such a variety of uses. So the main points for the plastic we can write. This is another polymer formulated from hydrocarbons available in natural materials like natural gas, oil, coal, minerals and plants in which units are either aligned in linear arrangement or in cross-link arrangement. This is absolute reason due to which many plastics begin with the keyword poly. For instance, polystyrene, polypropylene and many more. In polystyrene, monomer unit or single unit is styrene. In polypropylene, the singular unit is propylene. Another example also we can include here, polyethylene. Polyethylene means poly plus ethene, means it is an example of the plastic in which monomer unit or single unit is ethene. It is used for making commonly used polythene bags. This fiber finds extensive use in modern industry due to their resistance towards corrosion and chemicals, good durability, low slung thermal and electrical conductivity, high ratio between strength and weight, availability in vivid colors, resistance to shock and water, inexpensive, low toxicity. They are expensively used in making toys, suitcase, bags, cabinets, brushes, chair, disposable cups, tables, headliners, bottles, CD and cassettes, boxes, cutlery, electrical connectors and many other innumerable stuffs. Here it is the picture which can show made the articles made up of the plastic like the toys and plastic furniture. In this picture, it is shown the various articles made of plastics. For example, plastic chairs, buckets, plastic cups or mugs, plastic toys, etc. Plastics generally have two types of the arrangement in the molecules. One arrangement is linear arrangement, second arrangement is cross-linked arrangement. In the linear arrangement, monomer units are joined together in the line, while in the cross-linked arrangement, monomer units are joined in left, right, up and down all directions and making a cross-link situation. If we try to bend some pieces of plastics, we will find that some plastic articles can bend easily while some break when forced to bend. On this criteria, Plastics can be classified into two major categories. One is thermoplastic, another one is thermosetting plastic. Now we will study one by one about thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. Now first is thermoplastics. You have observed that when we add hot water to a plastic bottle, it gets deformed. Such plastic which gets deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as thermoplastics. Polythene and PVC are some of the examples of thermoplastics. These are used for manufacturing toys, combs, and various types of containers. So, the more important points for the thermoplastics we can write: this category of fibers gets easily deformed on exposure to heat and can be also be easily bent. They are melt processibly, which means that they are first heated, formed and then cooled in their final stage. Polythene, polypropylene, polystyrene and PVC. PVC means polyvinyl chloride are some of the example of these kind of plastics. They find extensive use in making toys, electrical insulators, and can be polished well, hence often used in manufacturing vehicles, windows, and light covers. In this picture, some of the articles are shown which are made of thermoplastics like containers and electrical wires. Next is thermosetting plastic. There are some plastics which when molded once cannot be softened by heating. These are called thermosetting plastics. Two examples are bakelite and melamine. Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. It is used for making electrical switches, handles of various utensils, etc. Melamine is a versatile material. It resists fire and can tolerate heat better than other plastics. It is used for making floor tiles, kitchenwares and fabrics which resist fire. So here important points we can write about the thermosetting plastic. This category of plastic, once solidified during the molding process, cannot be softened back due to the reason that the units acquire three-dimensional cross-linked structure with strong covalent bonds for the most part that tends to preserve their strength and structure even on exposure on heating. If the plastic is exposed to long-term heat, it may get charred. Phenolic resins, amino resins, polyester resins, silicone resins, epoxy resins, bakelite, melamine, and polyurethanes are some of the examples of these kind of plastics. Bakelite, being the poor conductor of heat and electricity, is used for making electrical switches and handle for several utensils. Melamine, due to resiliency of fire and tolerance to heat, is extensively used to make floor tiles, kitchenware and fabrics used by firemen that can resist fire. Here in the picture also shown the handles made up of bakelite and also the firemen's dresses made up of the thermosetting plastic. In this figure, some of the articles are shown that are made of thermosetting plastics like electrical switches, handles of various utensils, floor tiles and kitchenwares. Our next heading is characteristics of plastics. Plastic are the materials of choice. Today, if we think of storing a food item, water, milk, pickles, dry food, etc., plastic containers seem most convenient. This is because of their lightweight, lower price, good strength, and easy handling. Being lighter as compared to metals, plastics are used in cars, aircrafts, and spacecrafts too. The list is endless if we start continuing articles like slipper, furniture, decoration pieces, etc. So, the main characteristic properties of plastics are: first, they have lighter weight but possesses good strength. Talk to your parents or grandparents about the types of buckets that were used in past. They will tell you that in the past generally iron or aluminium made buckets were used. What is the material of the buckets or mugs you are using today? You are using generally the plastic buckets today. What are the advantages of using a plastic container? Since plastic is very light, strong, durable, and can be molded into different shape and sizes, it is used for various purposes. Next property is they are inexpensive and hence finds inextensive use in several household industries. Plastics are generally cheaper than metals. They are widely used in industry and for household articles. The next, they are non-reactive and hence are resistant to corrosion. So, plastic is non-reactive. You know that the metals like iron get rusted when left exposed to moisture and air. But plastic do not react with water and air. They are not corroded easily. That is why they are used to store various kinds of materials including many chemicals. They are durable and hence can be molded in any shape and size. The next property is plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity, for which they are being extensively used in manufacturing handles of electrical appliances and switchboards, etc. You have learned that plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity. That is why electrical wires have plastic coverings and handles of screwdrivers are made of plastic. Handles of frying pans are also made of plastics. Our next topic is uses of plastics. Plastics find extensive use in the healthcare industry. Some examples of their use are the packaging of tablets, threads used for stitching wounds, syringes, doctors' gloves, and a number of medical instruments. In addition to the above mentioned use of plastics, they are effusively used in biomedical industry. They are extensively used for packing tablets, threads for stitching, gloves, and several medical instruments. Special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens for cooking food. In microwave ovens, the heat cooks the food but does not affect the plastic vessel. So, they are also used to manufacture cookware due to their resistance to heat and electricity. Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick. It is used for non-stick coating on cookwares. Teflon is a plastic with a unique property. No water or oil sticks to this kind of plastic and hence used in making cookware. One another most important use of the plastic is fireproof plastics. Although synthetic fiber catches fire easily, it is interesting to know that the uniforms of firemen have coating of melamine plastic to make them flame resistant. The waste material around us can be divided into two broad categories, that is biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste or non-biodegradable materials. A material which get decomposed through natural processes such as action of bacteria is called biodegradable. Materials that are organic and hence gets easily decomposed by microorganisms are termed as biodegradable wastes. Once decomposed, they can be used as humus to increase the fertility of soil. This kind of materials include kitchen wastes, dead plants and animals, human excreta, etc. In the picture also you can see vegetable peels, etc. They are biodegradable wastes. Now, non-biodegradable wastes. A material which is not easily decomposed by natural processes is termed as non-biodegradable. The material that are inorganic and hence cannot be decomposed by any means are termed as non-biodegradable wastes. They persist in the environment for a long time, thereby polluting the environment. They cannot even be burnt as their burning releases a lot of hazardous gases in the environment, causing air pollution. This kind of materials includes plastics, metals, glass, etc. In the picture it is shown non-biodegradable waste, plastics and glasses, etc. Now we will discuss about the side effects of non-biodegradable materials. Since plastic takes several years to decompose, it is not environmental friendly. It causes environmental pollution. Besides, the burning process in the synthetic material is quite slow and it does not get completely burnt easily. In the process, it releases lots of poisonous fumes into the atmosphere, causing air pollution. Have you ever seen a garbage dump where animals, especially cows, are eating garbage? In the process of eating the food waste, they swallow material like polythene bags and wrappers of food. Can you imagine the consequences? The plastic materials chokes the respiratory system of these animals or forms a lining in their stomachs and can be the cause of their death. The polybags carelessly thrown here and there are responsible for clogging the drains too. Sometimes we are very careless and throw the wrappers of chips, biscuits, and other eatables on the road or in parks or picnic places. Should we not think twice before doing so? As a responsible citizen, what measures do you suggest to keep public places clean and free of plastic? So, the major side effects we can write like this. The non-biodegradable materials takes long time to decompose and may not even get decomposed, due to which they persist in the environment for a long time. These kind of materials when thrown with garbage persist over there. When animals feed on that garbage, they feed on those materials too. Plastics cause the main threat to the animals feeding on the garbage as they choke the respiratory tract of these animals. In addition to this, is it also forms a lining on the stomach and can even cost on their lives. In addition to this, these waste even clog the drains and sometimes even make the spread dirtiness all around the public places. In this table, some of the waste materials are shown. Some of them are biodegradable and some others are non-biodegradable. Approximate time taken to degenerate is also shown here. For example, peels of vegetables and fruits, leftover foodstuffs, etc. takes 1 or 2 weeks and they are biodegradable. Paper takes 10 to 30 days to degenerate and it is also biodegradable. Cotton cloths takes 2 to 5 months to degenerate and they are also biodegradable. Wood takes 10 to 15 years to degenerate, that is also biodegradable. Woolen cloths takes about 1 year to degenerate and it is also biodegradable. Tin, aluminium and other metal cans take 100 to 500 years to degenerate and they are called non-biodegradable. Plastic bags also take several years to degenerate and thus they are also non-biodegradable. As keeping in the mind about the side effects of plastic items, we should avoid the use of plastics as far as possible. Make use of bags made of cotton or jute when you go for shopping. The biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste should be collected separately and disposed of separately. Practice this in your homes. Can you suggest some other ways in which you can contribute towards reducing the use of plastic materials? It is better to recycle plastic waste. Most of the thermoplastics can be recycled. Make a list of items that can be recycled. However, during recycling, certain coloring agents are added. This limits its uses, especially for storage of food. As a responsible citizen, remember the 4R principle: reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. Here, one another R is also included nowadays, that is refuse. Refuse to use of plastics. And also we should develop the habits which are environmental friendly. We should not throw plastic bags in the water bodies or on the road. We should take a cotton carry bag or a jute bag while going for shopping. We should try to minimize the use of plastic materials. For example, use a steel lunch box instead of a plastic one. So here important points we can write: the biodegradable materials can be collected separately and can be reused after proper treatment. They can be recycled. This is termed as 4R strategy, which means reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. Also include fifth R, which is refuse. Some of the ways to limit the use of non-biodegradable materials are as follows: prohibition to the disposal of plastic bags near water bodies or near places where animals can feed upon. Limiting the use of plastic by using steel lunch box, jute bags or cotton bags for shopping. Recycling and then reusing the non-biodegradable wastes. So friends, that was all about the plastics, types of plastics, characteristics of plastics and harmful effect of plastic for the environment and how we can save our environment. So, share the video with your other friends and subscribe my YouTube channel NCERT Science Mantra. Thanks for watching the video.